Hey, lovely people. Welcome back. Here we go again. Yesterday, we unleashed a monster. I made a video. Didn't think it'd do very well. People seem to like it. So here's another one. Part 2 of my design team project for Dash of Dave for his digitals and making a journal with his Ensemble kit. Ensemble. I always want to say it in French like he does, but I can't, and I won't. Well, I tried. So, anyway, enough. It could vastly go off kilter at this rate. Quick recap. Cover. Topper. And then yesterday, we started making bits to go inside. So we made this. And I told you that off camera, I would cover the back of it with a piece of coffee dyed paper, which I have, and today we'll stick it on. And then the other thing I've done, we'll stick it in there. So the other thing that I have done is I've cut some blank tags just out of an old bit of file folder, just so you get an idea. And we'll cover these today, but just so you get an idea. This big one goes in the back. It slides all the way in if you do it straight and not. There we go. The other one's there. And then this one goes in there, and it's going to have a little tab on it with a fastener. And then that on the front. So everything else we did on camera, but I covered the inside of that and I made the blank tags, so you've got an idea of what that looks like. That's going to go there. There's the spine that we made, or the spine cover that we made. And I'm not sewing in my signature yet because I haven't finished these, because these stuck underneath there, and also if they do anything on the pages. And then I did this envelope flip out thing, put it together yesterday, which is going to go on the front. And the only thing I did, because my die cutter's not on this desk, is I covered the front one. And just because I used a die to cut out the circle. And I thought, I'll just do that, get it done and out of the way, but we'll do the rest of it today on camera. And then the other thing you saw me do yesterday was make the signatures. And that's as far as we got. So, going to stick this on. I'm going to do that first. Let's take this off and move this out of the way. And we'll start putting stuff together and playing a bit more with the actual papers and covering stuff and let's get my glue working. There we go. I am losing my marbles, obviously, because I can't remember what I was going to say to you. I am basically covering everything with its like base piece of paper, and then we'll play with ephemera and toppers for tags and fancy bits and extra bits and collaged bits and labels and all the fun stuff when it's all in place. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get the basics covered the way I want them with bare base layers. And then we can play with the fun stuff afterwards. There we go. Ta-da! Stuck on. So I'm going to pull all these tags out because in an I already don't tell me I've stuck it. Here we go. Video number 2 turned into a disaster. Woohoo! Turn the tags out because I'm going to cover all the tags with the same background. And then we'll play with different toppers on all of them. And I'm going to give them the rusty background because I really like the rusty background. We had this fascination, Dave and I, with gonna need to go that way. On the field at the side of his house, where we walk his dog, there is a big old container that used to contain all the bits and pieces for a kids football team, because they used to do a kids football team at the weekend on the field. It's got goalposts and everything, so it's a big field, and young people, being what they are, teenagers, playing, messing around as they do, set fire to this container so many times. And of course, it's a big metal container, so nothing ever really happened because it's a big metal box. And then not that long ago, they discovered if they doused it with something, i.e. petrol, it'd burn. So they did, which is annoying for the locals. People weren't happy, but interestingly, it just move. There we go. I had a corner hanging off. Interestingly, not going to fit. The dousing it and burning it actually made it look pretty. So it had all these fabulous rusty effects going on. And it was painted green, but you ended up with this very oxidised blue. Looked like it should have been a Tim Holtz Distress Oxide. This very oxidised blue colour, and then the rust. And so we took between us hundreds of pictures, and bit by bit, as time's gone on and the weeks have passed, it's degraded even more, and it looks fabulous. But on the upside, it gave us loads of pictures for his new digitals. So there are layers of them embedded into all sorts of different pictures, just to give things texture and movement and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's been fun watching him create these, and he's clearly had a lot of fun doing it. And now I get to play with them, which is even more fun. Is that going to fit there? Is it going to fit? It's not going to fit on either. So I'll have to do another one. Luckily, I came prepared. I've got loads printed out, thankfully. So we got all these covered, and I'm going to make a little tag and a fastening. Let's do down there, because we don't have a rusty bit. I'm going to make a little tag bit for pulling this one out, and we're going to make the little fastening. That's going to be the next job. And then we can put this back together, put it to one side, come back to decorate it later. Maybe that way. Everything else has gone that way, we might as well go the same way. It's not like rust has a grain, but it's all the grains going in the same direction. Yeah. Although we are going to have to take it off. There's a little white border on there, and I do not want the little white border. So yeah, if you watched my first video, thank you. And if you're watching this one, thank you. As I said, when I made my first one yesterday, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. If I was going to make another one. I'm going to cut a little circle out of that. And I'm going to grab a bit of the file folder I was using. And cut a circle out of that. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it would go, and I wasn't sure if I'd make another one. But yeah, it seems to have been okay. I'm still alive. It didn't kill me, so part 2, here we go. I hope you're all well, if you're watching, and I hope you enjoy. No doubt there will be comments if you do or don't. We will see, won't we? I did quite enjoy making the one yesterday. It felt, like I said, felt a bit strange because it was the first time doing something, and I still had that thing in my head of Dave going, remember to talk, remember to talk, remember to talk. But I think that's going to be always one of those things, because it doesn't feel natural talking into a microphone whilst looking at a picture on the phone and pretending we're having a conversation with somebody. But, you know, time and practice, and we will see. Didn't line that up very well, did I? There we go. That's better. One. Ha ha ha. As somebody once said on a television programme. Ooh, ooh. Get off my fingers. Thank you. I have a bin just at the side of me. Oh, that's a bin just at the side of me. The other thing is, I have a bag where all the bits that I chomp are going in the bag because they'll get used for something. I'll collage with them, I'll make snippets or clusters or something. Nothing goes to waste. Or try not to anyway, as much as possible. I made some spring journals. I think I've said before, probably in one of Dave's lives, I always print too much. I always go mad. And whether I'm using a digital or not, just looking for stuff that matches or that I think goes. So I made some spring journals and I printed out so much stuff, and I thought, well, I'll just make like a big, where you stick book pages together, so like a wide snippet roll, because they were big book pages. By the time I'd finished collaging it, it ended up being 9 foot long. But hey, it used up all my scraps, so we can't complain about that, can we? I even quite impressed myself. I managed to say, I watched it. Watching yourself's weird, but I watched my video back and managed to say it in shot for most of it, which also kind of surprised me. So, hey, I can't be that bad at this, can I? Although, I'm sure the YouTuber police will tell me if I do something wrong. There we go. Put this last one out. And by the look of it, we stick that little corner that's flapping up. And these are just really flimsy, really cheap file folders that I bought on Amazon a long time ago. And I bought them thinking they'd be like the American style with the nice tab top, and they weren't. They're just very flimsy, very thin cardboard with no tab at the top. But I bought a box of 100 of them because they were a good price, and I just thought, oh, get them. And then when they came, it's like, oh, tags, basically. So, anyway, any road up. So that's me 4 pieces for that. The other thing I always try and do, don't lose that, we're going to need that. I'm going to put that on there. Oh, no, I'm going to put it on there. I know it's just off camera, but I know where it is. I'm going to put my glue book just above me. I'm going to cover the backs as well. I always have a box that's full of it's full of all the offcuts that are plain, basically. And I like, some of them are quite big, admittedly, but I just stick them all in a box together because they work really well for backing stuff. So you can back stuff really easily, and I don't necessarily always expect them to be pieces. Like, I like making big tags, so it's usually This just happens to be a particularly big piece I found, but it's usually collaged on the back, as we might end up doing with the other one. Lots of glue, make sure your edges are done, because we don't want it peeling off. Yeah. We even got the top corner in that side. I'll grab a little card. Even have a card with my photograph on. Ta-da! It's my old bus pass. It's out of date now. What's on the skins? Here we go. And then trim that off. Yeah, quite surprised myself. I managed to stay in the lines and everything for most of that video. I did notice you got to see the top of my head quite a few times. But hey, such is life. We live and learn. And I'm not actually sat on my chair tonight because it's actually piled high with stuff. But I realised how creaky and squeaky my chair is, because literally every time I moved, it made funny noises. So, but hey, tonight we're stood to try and avoid getting our head in the picture. But also, I've been sat most of the day, so my legs need to stretch a bit. Right, next. This one's going to be more collage because I'm onto bits now. And it's just a good way of, I think anyway, of keeping your scraps down of plain stuff. And it's usually like offcuts of my coffee dyed paper. Because I do coffee dyed paper like it's going out of fashion. Because I do it for both me and Dave. Because he doesn't have the space for it. Yeah, so offcuts coffee dyed paper, bits of brown paper. I've got the blank pages, the end pages out of books, bits of doily, square graph paper, you name it. If it's plain, it goes in this box. And then I can put it at the bottom maybe. And then I've always got stuff to cover the back of things, because whilst the file folder is plain and can be written on, I do prefer having a bit of paper on there, coffee dyed. So let's, I need one more pickle piece. What have we got? Oh, that's a bit thick for this. Put that one on. Like this is a page out of a book, so it's got the printing on the bottom there. But you know, it's lovely and cream coloured on the other side. It's perfect. Oop, oop. I'm throwing stuff everywhere. Already making a mess. Oop. There we go. That's that one. We'll trim that off. Look. Sticky, sticky. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much to make a mess. Well, for me anyway. I'm quite good at the messy grafting. See the state of my floor. But hey, I keep thinking I need to tidy and organise again. I'm quite good at organising. Usually, I organise Dave's craft room for him on a regular basis and keep it at bay because he's got a small space. But I get lazy with mine because I've got a lot of space. It's a big room, so I tend to just let things spread. I'll worry about it later. So, which is not always ideal because it does get to the stage where it's like, oh my god, I have a small corridor to walk around. going to fit? Are you going to fit all top to bottom? You are. Good, good. So yeah, I'm attempting video number 2. We'll see how we go. So it's good. It's got 2 kits out, so that's 2 projects. This one, and then I'll have got something with elementary afterwards, this other kit. And I kind of already have an idea for that. So, and then I've got 2 more kits coming out shortly, both of which I have ideas for, because I've seen them. So, and printed them and have copies of them, and mainly because I do all this printing for him, because I have a good printer and a good ink package, and he doesn't really have space for a printer, so, and I've helped put stuff together as well, so he's designed stuff and I've helped him curate it and put it into various shapes for ephemera. To tag, last one, cover this. I'm still a bit snotty. I've tested and it's not you know what. And I don't usually get allergies or anything like that. Although Dev's convinced I'm getting hay fever later in life as I turn into an old man. But I don't know. I am full of a spring cold, shall we call it? Which is not good because I've got a heavy weekend of work ahead of me. So I've got 5 long days, which for someone that only works part-time is a bit like 5 days in a row. Oh my God. Just do this. But you know, I do love my job. Not only do I love my job, I just got promoted as well, so I'm just about to start. Same place, slightly different job. Being in charge, scarily, me in charge of people and kids. What could possibly go wrong? Luckily, no animals. But yeah, should be interesting. So makes me happy. And for those of you that have know me, met me, spoken to me before, watched any of Dave's lives, you know I do love my job. I love what I do. There we go, done. And I think I managed to stay in camera. I'll probably watch this back and go, oh my God, what were you thinking? Move my glory paper out there. I'll fold that in half. Cover the glue up, move the glue stick, move the bus pass. There we have. So I'll leave them to dry for a bit. Oop. Play with this one. I'll bring my little spotty thing back in, and we're gonna need. Bear with me a second. I need a particular punch. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Didn't have to root quite as much. I have one of these that makes tab tops. And it's one of those things, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, I'm gonna take them in there, pull up the trousers, and have a bit out of there. Oop, first time. Look at that. So, that. Fold that in half. Half. And knock everything over. Grab my ink. So let's do this first. No. Just to get rid of that. I was going to say white, but brown edge. Because the file filter's beige. I'll ink my tab. Because this is the bit that's going to stick out. I'll ink that. I'm going to ink the little circle. Do you know what I didn't bring? It's a braid. But hey, I can run over and get one. And then I'm gonna, nope, wrong one. Take my glue stick. I think that side on the top. And try and get it in the middle if I can. Not very straight though, does it? Not too bad. Fold it over and fasten it down. There we go. Then, bring this back in. Smooth that out of the way. Stick that in there. It's not dry yet, but stick that in, and then that's going to go on there, so it can come out, and it's come out a little bit. That's going to go on there, and then I'm going to stab a hole. Oop, that went flying. Bear with me. I felt it hit my foot, but it didn't embed itself, so we're alright. I'm going to stick that in there. And then if you hang on a second, bear with me. I'm going to run across the room and pick up my little tub that's got the brads in. Back. So I have all these, they're actually posh yogurts, the collective. I'm quite happy to advertise because they're amazing. I love them. Let's have darker colour maybe. I think that colour. Yeah. That one. And it's a brad with a crosshead. I think that's cute. I don't know if cute's the right word, but nah, there you go. Cute it is. So, put that back in a minute. I'm going to pull that out. Da-da-da, as if by magic. Make my hole a little bigger. Oh. Stick in my braid. So very soft gluey paper. And then flatten it out. Et voila. One round tack. I'm going to take a bit of washi tape. I'm going to take, I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to cut a whole ticket. It's just washi tape with tickets on, but it's quite sticky. I like it. I'm going to cut the white off and just cover my brad with a ticket basically. Take the sticky away. Oh. then it don't catch on fingers, toes. And it don't go inside, so it don't matter if it's a bit lumpy, as it is. But that way it won't come undone, won't be caught on anything. And so that goes in there. Swing that around. That goes in there, like that. Pull down the lid. I need to let it dry. I do need to let it dry. We'll pull it over for now, and then just so you can see. And then it sits like that. And that little tab will kind of stick out at the end of the journal, but I don't mind that. So I'm going to very gently try and take it out again and let it dry, because at the moment every time I move it I can feel the paper going, I'm covered in glue, I feel wet, I can't do this. So I'm just going to put it to one side and let it dry off. So anyway, that's the bits for that. Done. That their bases are backed and now ready for decorating. So I'll move my glue book out of the way again and my ink. Put my mat back where it was. Put that up there. And we'll get out of this. And I thought we'd cover this tonight. I might cut out the tags for it and then we'll call it a night. And we won't make it quite as long as it was yesterday, because yesterday was, I don't know, started with style, went epic. I don't know if I'd call it epic. Well, you know, started with style, had a long one. So I've picked out, can use that one again on the very back one, simply because I like it a lot, but also it then means that and my spine and that, it looks like it's all been covered with the same thing. And whilst I don't mind matchy and I don't mind not matchy, it's I'm doing matchy for this one. I'm trying to get decorated and all sorts of ephemera on the top of it anyway. So, and hey, it's my journal. If I want it matchy, I'll make it matchy. Move that out the way. And we're back to that whole envelopes are never square. I need a bit more of it, but just let's take this bit off first. That's that. So yeah. Oh, and the other thing is this flippy flappy covered envelope that I kind of rushed through yesterday. I am going to make a video, not as part of this design team thing that I'm doing, but I am going to make a video with lots of those in it, because as I think I said, it's kind of, I love them. It's like my latest obsession, and I have done it with like a squillion different sized envelopes. I've thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. Now I'm going to go with this one. So yeah, so that'll be something else. So from going from doing no videos, it sparked doing a series for the design team project, which will then be followed by another series for the same designer with a different kit. I've got 2 different videos I want to do with envelopes. The first video I want to do with book pages. And it's just that weird brain firing on too many cylinders. So it's like, oh, I could do, and then I could do, and oh my god, if I do that, then I could do this, and if I do that, then I could do this, and you end up just, 27 videos later, you're like, oh, Look, I'm doing it. I'm a YouTuber. Or some such thing. And then I'm going to put that one on there. Maybe that way around, do we think? Yeah. That gives us a bit of a difference. Like that. And then I think after this, in the next video, I will sew in the signatures and we'll start decorating properly with stuff and ephemera. I can't actually see how where it is. There, somewhere. There. Can see you. Nope, can't see you. My God, blind leading the blind here, there it is. If I get it in a certain light. God. Oh, sometimes I think I shouldn't be let out. And that's going to be that one. Oh dear. And then that's going to be that one. And that's that. No more cut text. Sorry. Just. Oh, sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I really do. Hey ho. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take those papers out. I'm going to get all inky on it, like I did with this one. Although, I'm not sure about the tops because we normally cut the tops off if I'm putting a tag in it. But here we go. I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm doing the backs of them yet. I don't know whether to plain paper them for journaling on, or whether to pattern paper them on the back so you can turn it over and go, oh, look how pretty. What do we should think on that? As we ink and stick and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what? I'm going to ink that one while I'm here. Just so we get an idea. Oh, yes. There we go. I need to put something in that as well. On the inside of that. But we'll get to it. Right, and then my glue page is back again. Let us do. So I'll just do that. Take the dark white edge off. And prepare to be stuck down. So I bought these domed things from Ranger. Look. It's fairly new, but it's already disintegrating, which I'm not overly impressed with. And I know I'm heavy-handed. I am aware, but I thought it'd last longer. The flat round ones last a lot longer. So I bought a pack, tried them. I'm not sure I'll try them again. I think I'll go back to my flat ones. So, but hey, I guess wrench can't win at everything, can they? So I'm going to stick that one on there. Now, legs down. The first layer. And flip. I want that way up. Yeah, I do. Ink those edges. Just so the white don't show. Although I've done an all black and white journal. It's in my flip through playlist if anyone's interested. It's called Salumi. But generally, I like the coffee dyed and the vintage and the less stark than the white paper. go. That's that one. And flip it over. Ooh. And you just did a, oh my god, you've been stuck too long. One day it'll get replaced. I'm on a waiting list to have it replaced. At that age, you reach a certain age and bits start falling off, or deciding they don't want to work properly. So I turned 50 a few years ago now. It wasn't an instant thing, it was a few years ago. But that's when all the health problems started. Or when health problems started. I make it sound like I've got squillions of them. So my knees started failing, my hips started going, my eyesight got worse, my hearing started going. Hey, falling to bits. Turned into an old man, falling to bits. So, that's technically that. And then, that one's open. So let us open that one. I was going to say, where did that go? But there it is. And I am going to have those on the top as well, so we'll open that one. And I still haven't decided what I'm doing on the back yet, which is why I've not flipped them over. And then this one, I think I might do that end actually. I might have something that slides in. So I'll take a slither off the end of that. Ta-da. So now, hang on. Here's a gluey page. My spine will sit there, and then that'll sit there. Ta-da! And that'll sit there. Oh my god, I like that. Okay. And then that one would have another big tag that shape. Ta-da! There you go. I'm quite impressed with that. Okay, so I'm going to call it a night at that point. We've got the inside cover of our journal made. We just need to decorate it with bits of ephemera and stick the tags in. So, rather than make you wait for another half hour, I'll cut the tags like I did with that one. I'll cut the tags off camera out of file folder ready to slide in, and I'll probably cover them with the rusty paper again so it's all matchy and then we can decorate them later, but I'll do all that off camera. So the next video I'll sew in the signatures and then we can stick these down, and then you'll actually see the journal looking like a journal, and then we'll start the fun stuff of decorating pages and fussy cutting and playing with tags and journal cards and all that sort of thing. So there you go, folks. Another one done. Oh my god, that's 2 videos I've made now. I hope that was okay. If not, not a lot I could do about it. It's done now. I will see you all soon. Hopefully. Do all the usual stuff. If you like it, give me one of those. If you don't like it, you can give me one of those. I don't mind. Just do one or the other. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell. They're all in the little, there's usually an arrow here, little V-shaped thing. Hit that. So subscribe, hit the bell, and then you'll get notified when there's more. If you look in the description, there's a link to Dave's Etsy shop and Dave's YouTube for Dash of Dave, where you can see videos and the lives that I sometimes appear in. Not that I'm trying to bribe you into subscribing to him, but subscribe to him anyway, because I'm telling you to. And have a look at his Etsy shop. Have a look at my Etsy shop, because it's full of journals and bow ties and travel folios. And that's it at the moment, but there's more coming. And I will talk to you all soon. See you again. Bye bye.